Lesson 35, starting on page 160. Dealing with fractional exponents. All right, so up there we've got square root of 13, square root of x. Dealing with radical symbols and multiplying, dividing, adding, and subtracting radicals gets to be quite a handful. So those that are smarter than us have come up with another method in order to do this. And that is using exponents instead of the radical symbol. So if you remember a while back I was talking to you about a word called an index. An index is the number that actually sits right there. And we don't put that on there because if it's not there, it's an assumed 2. You're taking the square root of 16, which is 4, the square root of 9. So there's a 2. What number multiplied by itself twice is going to give you the number underneath the radical sign? If I have a 3 in there, that means what number multiplied by itself 3 times gives you that number. So like the cubed root of 27 is 3. Okay? So that number right here is called an index. All right, so when I am writing numbers and I'm taking the radical symbol off, I've got to figure out how to let Seth know that I'm still talking about a square root instead of a cubed root or a fifth root or something like that. I've got to let him know I'm still looking at square root. Yes, Seth?
Are these notes or just problem solving?
Oh, these are notes. Thank you. So, here is the method that I use to do that. I write an exponent above my 13. The numerator of that exponent will be to what power that 13 is. What power is on that 13? There's no power. There's nothing up there, right? So you assume it's a 1. So the numerator is the power on the 13. The index is your denominator.
Oh.
So 13 to the 1/2 power means what is the square root of 13?
Oh, it's like half.
Yes. So the square root of x can be written as x to the 1/2 power. It has absolutely nothing to do with it being a 1/2. It has everything to do with, that's just the way you write it. So if I had the square root of x cubed, that is the same as x to what power?
3 halves.
3/2. So it means I can do one of two things. I can cube the x and then take the square root of it, or I can take the square root of it, then cube it. And know which one is the easiest for me at that
So
point.
the numerator is to the power, right?
The numerator is what power, what exponent is on the base number inside the radical sign, and the bottom number is the index. So, if, for example, I have if I have that, I get for an answer 4 times 2 equals 8. If I wrote it this way,
Oh.
you know, I probably shouldn't even get into the multiplication here yet. Yeah, the book doesn't even do that, so let's not worry about that right now. I don't want to go beyond. I'm glad you didn't. But
Okay, you just said we're not putting it into.
oh, this is a different kind. This is easier.
It's a different kind.
Okay,
Oh, is it x?
let me
3, 3? Just x to 1.
let's look at what you do when you multiply exponents.
Yes.
X squared times x to the 5th equals what? X to the 7th. You add the exponent. Rules are the same,
Whoa.
whether I'm dealing with integers or whether I'm dealing with radicals. So, what am I going to do with these? x to the what?
7.
Okay? So when you multiply, you add the exponents. It doesn't matter if those exponents are fractions or not. Also, if I have the power rule, what was that, Michael?
Come on.
What do you do with that? What do you do with the exponents?
6 over 5 over 6.
Okay, multiply. 5 over 6. Okay? Which equals that. If you wanted to write it in radical form. Okay, so you ready for a challenge, Seth?
Oh, is this like one of those extra?
Okay, here we go.
Wait a second, I gotta flip my page. 4.
4 to the negative 1/2.
Oh.
I would like to know what that is simplified.
Simplify.
Good, Mike.
Put
You
back
mean
in
like
the
with
radical.
60.
16.
16.
Oh,
what?
Negative 2. What? What, anybody else get anything else?
Half.
Negative 8.
Oh.
Okay, I'm not hearing the right answer yet,
Negative
so
eight.
speak up. Negative 8? Negative 4?
Positive 1 over 2.
Is it 2?
2? Yes, I'm hearing 1/2. Thank you, Adam.
That's
1/2.
what I said.
Okay, and Riley, thank you. 1 over 2,
I
yeah.
said positive 1
I was
over
waiting
2.
for 1/2 and I heard 1 over 2 and that wasn't quick. Okay, so first of all, you're gonna get rid of the negative exponent, or the negative sign. So we're just gonna rewrite this as,
Oh no, you're doing them things again.
Ed came in and we were all
doesn't that look fun?
Well, you know, I do fractions, but I have to do them in my head.
Oh.
I don't know how to do them like really.
But see, when the fraction is little, it's not even a fraction. It's just a symbol that looks like a fraction, which even makes it worse.
But is it like a fraction of a fraction?
That's an
No.
exponent.
So it's still a fraction.
It's not
No,
right.
it's
It's not a fraction.
It's an exponent.
If it's small, it's a fraction.
Go! All right, so we get rid of our negative sign. So we take our integer and we take our exponent and move them to the bottom. What does that 1/2 mean?
Half of the 4.
It means the square root of
The square root of
The
4.
square root of 4. So the square root of 4 is 2 and you're done. Okay? All
I'm
right.
ready for anything now.
All right, you ready for anything?
Yeah.
Okay.
Born ready.
There you go.
Do I have?
All right, at this point, our exponent, whether it's positive or negative, is on the 27, not the negative. So the negative just drags along with us wherever we go. So we have negative. This here says that everything goes on the bottom. Then we take the cube root of 27 with our negative on there. What's the cubed root of 27? 3. So our answer is negative 1/3.
Hot dog.
I got 3.
Hot diggity
Wait,
dog.
Seth, how do you say that in Spanish?
Salchicha. Salchicha.
Salchicha.
Okay,
Salchicha.
give that one a shot. This means that 16 cubed, and then you take the square root of that. It also means
Oh yeah, I got one of them.
that.
My way's way
Whoa.
You see that? Okay, so really what you can do is you can look at this and say, okay, 16 cubed is a huge number. I can't do that in my head. But that 16 is not only cubed, you're taking the square root of it. So I'm going to take the square root of it first and cube that. So then you've got 4 times 4 is 16 times 4 is 64 and you're done.
Or you're just getting way too confusing for Madison.
When you get up to some other stuff, yeah, you're going to want to be able to whip through those pretty quick.
That's okay. Really it is.
All right, let's see what we've got. I've got 5 minutes.
We've got this. Let's just be done.
I think I have time for another one.
Mr. Leiter, you never set your clock back.
You can't stop me, Mr. Leonard.
Okay, Madison doesn't think I can stop her.
-1 for the rest.
Okay, so all we did is move that down,
There it is.
and I can square the 8 and get 64 and then take the cubed root, or I can take the cubed root of 8 and get 2 and square it and get 4.
That shortcut you showed us speeds things up a lot.
It what?
It speeds things up a lot.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, because you can just look at this and go, oh, cubed root of 8 is 2, 4, you're done. So.
How do you know the cube root?
Ross's looker look.
2 times 2 squared. Yeah.
Angle it.
Whoa, I can start a fire.
Whoa.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was laughing about. Was
I wonder if
because
it's
of the
recording that.
beams.
No,
It's not.
you're recording.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
funny because it won't ever.
Yeah, so everybody that's watching this video doesn't get to see this.
They don't understand why we're like, whoa.
I know. I was about